Thank you, Daryl. Thank you, Daryl. And wow, what a group. And I'm going to follow up on what you just said there. I was sitting in Baghdad in 2009. I'm a retired Master Sergeant from the 193rd Special Operations Security Forces with the Air National Guard when my son called me up and told me, "Dad, I'm going to the Air Force, I'm going pararescue." Now, we have men and women in this Commonwealth who have taken an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States and Pennsylvania against all enemies, foreign and domestic. My son just lost 4 guys from his unit. A guy that went through the pipeline married my niece. He's in Syria right now. He lost 2. Yet we have people in the legislature and in our Supreme Court here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania who don't see fit to uphold the oath that they've taken. Back in January, the Commonwealth's Court, the Supreme Court, made it known, 4 of those justices made it known they don't care about the Constitution, either of Pennsylvania or the Commonwealth, when they took the pen out of the legislature's hand and decided to create an act of law. The maps that they created are acts of law. Some of the things that they've done in accepting cases, like the ones you've heard of already indicate where they want to go with our Second Amendment and Article 1, Section 21 of the Pennsylvania Constitution. Those 4 justices have expressed a disdain for the Commonwealth's Constitution. And I've introduced pieces of legislation to impeach all 4 of those justices. I look around here and I see children, I see young and old, people who understand the basics of what our Constitution is and where it came from and the reasons why the crafting of that Constitution was so important. It's sad that right now we live in a time when we forget some things like effective citizenship begins with a good working knowledge of the Constitution. Very few Americans, including those serving in higher levels of government, possess an appropriate level of understanding of our Constitution. Truly being an enlightened American citizen requires 3 aspects of constitutional knowledge. What does the Constitution actually say? What did the Founding Fathers mean by the words of each of the phrases and clauses? And in the years since drafting and ratifying the Constitution, how has the Supreme Court ruled on the various parts of the Constitution? That's Michael Ferris. For those of you who don't know, he's a constitutional scholar, a constitutional lawyer who's been fighting for over 30 years to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. He's also a founder of Patrick Henry College, where they actually teach the Constitution. They're kicking Harvard's, Yale's, Stanford's law butts in mock court debates. They're number 1. We're making progress, ladies and gentlemen, but it's people like you who stand and fight. They say that guns will harm children. I've been to 5 or 6 gun raffles so far this year with almost 100 guns laying out there on a table. You see the kids here like this, looking back and forth. They won't put their hands anywhere near it because they know they're not supposed to touch them. That's the parents being responsible. I'll leave with this. There are over 1,500 words in the first part of the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Those 1,500 words are the Declaration of Rights of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and it's the rights of the people, not the government. The concept of first principles goes back to Greek, Roman, and Hebrew law. If you've got any questions down here in the bottom, refer to the first. Well, I got news for the Supreme Court in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. They're fourth on the list. You, the people, are first. Your elected representatives are second. Then comes the law. Then the executive branch gets to interpret or to execute the law, and the Supreme Court plays referee like at the NFL. Ladies and gentlemen, you own the government. It is your state, it's your nation. Don't let anybody ever tell you different. There's a reason why our Bill of Rights comes first. God bless you.